I'm gonna cock my nine.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Contest to Speed. We are here for round number 11 of the AM3 Championship in the Las Vegas Strip Circuit for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. This track is obviously known for the famous strip straight. It's going to be a low downforce track. Possibly some people might be running 0-0 wings, maybe a few clicks higher just for that second sector. But it's a 3.8 mile, 6.2 kilometer circuit. Yes, that's correct. With 17 turns and 2 DRS zones. With that said, I am Red Devil, and today I'm joined by Formula Kai. Hey, Formula Kai, how you doing?
Hey Devil, always a pleasure to share the booth with you.
Yep, that's for sure. Looks like we already got somebody who's left the session. Hysteria, if you have them, could you please invite them back?
I'm on it.
Let me start a prediction as well for you guys. Let's do something with the qualifying times or something. So we got cost bets are now live. Yep, we got pole time 31.5 over under. So, yep, check that out as we enabled some telemetry stuff. Oh,
I don't
looks.
see Hysteria on my end. Maybe you have him added?
Let me check. Disconnected. Okay, let me actually get Hysteria there for 1 second. Sorry, everybody. Let's see if I have them. Looks like I do not as well, or they're not online at least on my end. So if you could please let them know, maybe they probably need to refresh or something on their end. So, well, we'll wait and see what happens, but we'll look at some of. We'll see who's on the lap first. I think it's possibly a. Yep, RB of Sweens is going to be starting their out lap soon. So let's go on board with Sweens here. Going up into sector 1, turn 1. Touch the inside. Goes a little bit wide there, but takes control of the car pretty well. McLaren getting out of the way. Opens up the DRS. Going into turn, I think 4, 5. Going down to third gear. Runs a little wide. Makes some contact with the hole there. Hopefully no damage.
A little love tap.
Doing up into this tricky second sector. Goes down to second for a brief moment. Again, goes out a little bit wide. Another low tap into the wall, but hopefully no issues. Coming up into the corner right before the straight. The bollard. Nobody's taken out the bollard yet, which is interesting. I'd assume somebody would want to take that out. I just received a friend request from Hysteria. Did they send that one to you as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll get Hysteria back. I forgot what Swedes' time was in sector 2, but going up into the 14, 15, and 16, gets very loose. Makes contact with the wall twice there.
Another little tap.
Let's see what their time's going to be. Coming across the line here, a benchmark of a 34.3 from Swedes. See who's the next to cross the line. It's going to be McRib, I think, or Chu actually. But we'll go on board with McRib. The Williams.
Entree going into the pits. I think even validated.
Oh, interesting. As McRib is about to cross the line with a 34.1. We got who's next? We got a Red Bull across maybe. Oh, M1K 32.0 pole position by almost half a second. Rob's boy.
I think we're in for a hell of a show tonight, Devil. This is such an unforgiving track. There's so many ways you can lose your front wing.
Yeah, it's gonna be from the races I've done here before, it's gonna be a shit show. This is from my personal experience. It's always been. As Sweens has been disqualified again.
Disqualified.
I think this
What
is the
the hell
second time
happened?
that's happened to this driver. As Sean Boy goes P4. We're on board with BK, but let's see. Matthew Roach actually could be to the next cross line. 56.4 for the middle sector. So could be looking at somewhere in the mid 132s, maybe. Coming across the line now as Hysteria has finally joined. 130.30, P4. Not too bad. Let's go back up to actually, let's see here, Tin Man the Rowdy, okay. Go on board with him. He's coming across the final sector, or final corner, should I say. Gets a little bit of a tow from the Haas. So that might propel him up a few positions. It's going to be provisional P3, 32.5. Go on board with BK. He's about to cross the line. Done a 56 something for the middle sector, so it's going to be 32.4, P3 for the Red Bull. With Jay coming across the line, 32.8. A lot of these drivers in the 32s.
Who's going to be the first to break into 131?
I think it's probably going to be M1K or Katya, from what I've seen of these drivers. As Hysteria left the session again, 32.9 for Colin Hell. Hysteria having some connection issues tonight, unfortunately. If you can shoot them on another invite. Not sure what happened, but we'll go on board with the Haas of Krev. He's not set a lap time yet. Going through the second sector. Doesn't look like a really competitive lap. Others were doing...
No tank slapper.
A 106.7, not quite competitive at this point. Let's go on board with Surazzle. Surazzle's also been one of these guys who can just put up a really good time in qualifying. As the indicator shows, he is purple through the first sector. Not sure if, you know, this game sometimes can mislead you, so we'll see what happens. Going through sector 2 right now for Surazzle. Coming up into turn. I can always forget.
I think
To,
Katya did 2 out laps.
interesting.
Yeah, 'cause she's still on a push lap right now.
Oh, okay. We'll go on board with Katya here. They're just about to finish their lap, so can they beat M1K, who's out there in pole position right now? No, they're actually slower than their previous lap.
Yeah.
BK might be starting another lap too, from the looks of it.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Go on board back to Razzle. He's about to cross the line now. 56.5 for the middle sector. Resetting. Okay, so we got Hysteria resetting the internet. So Razzle with a 33.0. Very close to his teammate as well. Just 7 hundredths between them. We got possibly Bob's Boy coming in next now. Let's see. We got a Mercedes.
It's quite a bit of traffic in the second sector there.
As Matthew Roach next to cross the line, as he dives there into the pits, crossing the pit limiter lines. So not the most.
Is that a reportable offense?
Yeah. You can't cross the white lines.
Oh damn.
I know that pretty well because I won the race in Baku last season, and I got reported and I got a 5-second penalty. But when you look back at the stream, every driver's done it, not just me, and I was the only one who got reported. So, well, if you see something, so that's when I realized if you see somebody breaking a rule, you might as well report it because you never know who's gonna report you.
A petty report.
I mean, it is wild.
Oh,
Ooh,
and BK breaks into the 131s.
Let's see. M1K is on a push lap, so can he go faster than BK here? We're getting really close to those times in the cost bet, so make sure to vote. I forgot how much time I left for those predictions. Submissions were already done, so that's good. Let's see here. M1K also crossing the pit entry line, coming back into the pits.
Shall we start taking notes?
Well, it's
Write
not,
down the names.
It's not for us to report, so as McCrib is about to cross the line, P7 for the Williams, nice lap. Gustavo, the Mercedes, next to cross the line.
The track is gonna ramp up more and more now.
Yep, for sure. As he goes 33.5, P12. Mr. Bow, I think, will be the next to cross the line here. The Aston Martin. 56 something for the middle sector. Looks like he's already harvesting energy here, so might not be the best final sector. Middle sector looked okay at a 56 is competitive enough for the top 5, top 6. And he's still harvesting, so might not have the optimal amount of energy for this final run. But coming across the line here, it's going to be a 33.002, just 6 thousandths ahead of Strazzle.
Ooh. Bo doing a nice little drift in the middle sector there. Yeah, since it's such a low downforce track, like because of the nature of the track, it's just the corners are so unforgiving. Like 1 inch, like over the limit, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, especially I think the middle sector and the final corners can be very, very unforgiving, like you said. Yeah. Let's see, is Tin Man the Rowdy? Oh, I think he's on a push lap. He's just under a tenth. As I say that, he's probably aborted his lap. Or has he? No, I think he's still pushing. So we'll go on board with the Ferrari coming through the middle sector. No, actually, he's letting. Yeah, he's probably so down.
Colin Howell? Was he on a hot lap?
Not too sure. He was just.
I think he's invalidated.
It would be interesting to see if it was because of the block maybe from Tin Man, or was it just he invalidated somewhere else? But
Hard to say.
let's go on board with Speedy. Speedy's starting his wrap. Krev is on the medium tires for some reason. Uh, as Hysteria is having a lot of connection issues, not able to get back in. Krev Ham has invalidated the final sector, so he will not be completing his lap. Surazzle, 2 tenths up, almost 3 tenths through the first sector. Matthew Roach is a bit ahead of him, so we'll just go on board with the Kicksauber. 5 tenths up through the middle sector, 55.8. I think that's the first driver I've seen in the 55s, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe BK did something close to that, but yeah,
It's out of ERS.
yeah, he is out of ERS, unfortunately.
Management. Yeah, sorry, Devil, go ahead.
Now, I was saying, unfortunately, my SimHub overlays are not working for some reason. Maybe I can get that working, between
For
sessions.
the race.
Yeah, but
But I think the management for the battery is going to be crucial, especially going into the race.
Yep.
Like knowing when to push, when to save.
Yeah, for sure. I think these drivers are using a lot, especially in the first 2 sectors, and they don't have a lot of ERS for the strip. As
Exactly.
Razzle goes P3, 32-2. And who were we looking at? Entree's 7 tenths up on his time. Let's
Katya's on a hot lap.
4 tenths up. Speedy Bullet actually abandoned his lap, so we'll go on board with Katya. What do you think Katya will be able to challenge for that pole position? She's 8 tenths off right now from
I
BK.
think she should be able to. She's got a healthy amount of ERS left before. Just enough. Just enough.
Well, we'll see if she's able to challenge for that pole position. Coming across the line now, it's going to be a 32-1 P3 for Katya.
Oof.
M1K is starting his lap.
Yeah.
Tin Man the Rowdy is 2 tenths up. We saw Electric Entree actually, who's 1.7 tenths up going through the middle sector, 56-2. So he should get well into the midfield now, hopefully. He has a healthy amount of battery.
The man is on a mission.
The goated AM1 comms P7, 32.5. Really nice lap from the McLaren.
A good improvement.
We have Tin Man the Rowdy here. BK still
Several
in the
people on the
pits.
out laps. Might see a lot of improvement in the next 2 minutes.
As Razzle's crossing the line, he's not able to make any improvements. Matthew Roach is about to start another lap, I think. You got Whitjay starting a lap. A lot of people starting right now. BK is just about to dip out of the pits. As we go on board with Tin Man, he has aborted his lap, unfortunately. So we got everybody on one more run. We'll go on board with Tin Man the Rowdy, actually. Sorry, M1K. Took a lot of slipstream from the incoming McLaren, and he goes pole 31.6. Not quite breaking the prediction yet, but he is so close. Maybe it's Katya or BK or Razzle the one to do it. We'll see. Rob's boy going through the middle sector. I think he's not started yet as well.
Oh.
Ooh, the
Rob's
Aston
had a
Martin
little
boy
moment.
having a little bit of issue.
He was trying to not get it in the way of his teammate. Mr. Bow.
As Katya is a tenth and a bit up on their time, almost 2 tenths actually. Surazzle 2 tenths down, but he's yet to start his lap. Looks like a lot of these drivers, Tin Man, Electric Entree, Rob's boy, their session is over. Hysteria, unfortunately, unable to make the session with some connection issues. So hopefully we'll see.
Matthew Roach jumped up to P6. Got Whitjay coming across the line too.
I think he's just about to start his lap, maybe.
Oh, he's out.
We'll go on board with Katya, middle sector, 55.7, 200 tenths up. They'll be probably one of the first ones to cross the line. Or I think it's Chu, maybe? No? No. Let's go on board with Katya here. Runs a little bit wide, maybe? I'm not sure. I just caught a glimpse of that going into the final sector. Are they going back? Yep, Katya's session is done. BK's session is done as well. He's going back into... He wasn't able to start his lap on time, unfortunately. Maybe he was giving Sean Boy a tow there.
Yeah, maybe.
Srazzle
But we got
has
two
been-
drivers who have yet to set a time, though. That's Speedy and Krevham.
Let's go on board with Speedy. 55.5 for the middle sector. So should be looking good for this final run right here. Going through the final sector right now. About to cross the line. We'll see if he can, you know, put up a one quality wonder, as it's going to be a 31.5 pole position. What a
All
lap.
right. Krevham coming in as well. And it's going to be P7, where he stays.
Sean by
17, I mean.
As the kick Saubers head back into the pits, and that's probably the end of qualifying.
Yeah.
Right shoe, actually, possibly still waiting.
Last one to cross.
Yeah. So we'll go on board with him. A 32.4
Oh,
P.
decent
8.
improvement.
Pretty close qualifying, especially that middle pack from Katya to, I want to say Electric Entree, just half a tenth between them. Pretty close. BK unable to complete a final flying lap. Speedy Bullet, one-shot quali for him. Pole position for the Alpine, locking out the front row.
Yeah. He must have been under so much pressure, too. When you have no banker, no nothing, and you have to set a lap. And
Yeah.
he managed to challenge for pole.
Yeah,
What a
for
lap.
sure, for sure. Let me actually quickly see if I can get up my overlays running for this session. Hopefully it works. Not really. Unfortunately. Apologies, everyone. I'll get that fixed next time. Maybe it's something to do with an update or something like that. I'm not too sure. Yep. Or maybe, hang on a minute. Let me actually check. I think it's got to be a telemetry setting. Oh, I think I found the problem. If you can take everybody through the qualifying order. Okay.
Sorry?
If you can take everybody to the qualifying order.
Oh, yeah. All right. We got Speedy B on pole with his teammate, locking out the front row. BK, Red Bull in third, Cassia fourth. We got 8 seconds left. Sorozelli in the kick. Fifth, Tin Man the Rowdy. Sixth in the Ferrari. Matthew, Kicksauber 7th, right shoe. And yeah, it just disappeared. So that's going to be it, folks.
Let's
For the qualifying order. You can fill in the rest.
let's play that teaser out again for everybody to enjoy.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest of speed.
And away we go.
Good start from the Alpines. BK with a fantastic start, going around the outside of M1K there, getting P2. Yellows in second, the final of first sector. I think it is McRib. It's
Yeah, McRib, that's fun.
fortunate for him. The kick Saubers trying to make a move. Oh, as who's that? It is
M1K.
M1K. Oh no, that is so unfortunate for him. Didn't catch it on stream there, but unfortunate as BK runs completely wide. McCrib has retired from the section, and
It's a virtual safety car. Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Great. Not the best starts for the race, but
This is the level of chaos to be expected from Las Vegas.
yep.
Oh, and is that BK locking up before going onto the main straight? Yeah, that corner is going to be...
Oh, Surazzle, why is he dropping? Oh, he went wide doing that. Okay, these guys are...
yeah,
not
that
sure-
corner is very unforgiving.
Not sure what these guys are doing here at the back, but we got somebody ghosted here. Is that Kreb? No, that's Hysteria, unfortunately. Yeah. As we're back under green flag conditions again. BK 7/10s down of Surazzle. Katya out of that GRS. Katya, oh, wait. Does Katya have any damage? She faked going into the pits. Yeah, missing a right end plate, unfortunately, for Katya. So, yeah, that's going to hamper the race, unfortunately. Matthew Roach is all over the back of our championship leader. This right Chu makes a move on Tin Man the Rowdy up into P5. Look
Yeah,
at
it's not ideal for Katya, but the night is young. And got a potential for a lot of safety cars. Anything can happen. It's anybody's race right now. Anybody on the grid right now could be challenging for the win tonight.
Yeah, for sure. The DRS is so powerful that you know, if Matthew Roach and Katya can work together, they can catch up back up to the top two easily. But you know, we'll see how it goes. As we look at the weather, no chance of rain, so we should be under dry conditions throughout the race. BK not as close to Speedy Bullet as he might want to be to take that lead. So we'll go on board with Matthew Roach here and Katya. Matthew Roach making that move down the inside, up into P3. Oh, as Katya dives it down the inside. What? Oh my god, that was a risky move. If ever I've seen one from Katya without a wing, I would not have been able, you know, I would not do that. Like, I would just straight not do that, but, you know, she attempted it, and she's getting back into the pits.
It's a questionable move from our championship leader.
Oh, M1K has decided to retire from the session. Oh, he's actually in the final corner.
Oh, it's a full course safety car.
That is a blessing in disguise for Katya. I'm not going to lie.
All right, well. Now, Katya is actually favored by the safety car.
Yeah.
Actually, all the people behind that are going to go on to the hards are favored here.
Well, we might still get the top two. Actually, let's look at the tires. We haven't really looked at it. Tin Man the Rowdy, the only one on those 2-lap old hard tires. Everybody else on the mediums. And Katya and back. Everybody on the hards except Kreb, who decided to go on a... I don't know if he started on the mediums, but he's put on another set of the mediums. Excuse me.
But remember, Devil, they're on fresh hards, and they've just pitted. So they have already done their mandatory pit stop in the race. And the hards around Las Vegas, they're basically immortal. They can go forever.
But you know what? One thing that worries me about hard tires, they do not heat up. Like starting on the safety car, you have to be so cautious. But if once you get them up to temperature, those guys will, whoever pit will be, you know, in that favorable position as BK. And Speedy Bullet just cuts the pit, and he does it. What?
Oh.
Okay. I don't know what.
He decides at the last moment to not pit, I guess.
As Matthew Roach is trying to overtake him, maybe, but not. That's a questionable move. I think Speedy would have been, you know, better off if he pit at that point. As Matthew Rhodes is for some reason overtaking here. Not sure what he's doing. Uh, okay. Not sure what these guys are playing at.
That's a little weird.
We'll see. We'll see post race what comes.
Well, there's a known glitch right now with safety car, where you can overtake under safety car conditions.
Ooh, thank you for the tip. No, I think it will go to
Yeah,
the steward.
go ahead and do that. We're gonna settle it with the stewards.
No. Well, let's look at the tires actually now. Now that everybody's probably pit, we got Tin Man the Rowdy still on those 3-lap old hards. From P1 down to P10, those 3-lap old medium tires, and the rest of the field on those fresh hard tires except Prep. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the strategy here is, but maybe it might help BK, Matthew, and Speedy out if you know, someone like Katsia and everyone down below has to catch up, and they probably lose time because the mediums should still be the faster tire, you know, with only 3 laps done. As Matthew Roach has overtaken BK under the safety car, so not sure what he's playing at, but yeah, we'll see. Let's actually take a look at the replay of the incident between Matthew Roach and Katsia. Matthew Roach goes down the inside, going into the final corner, comes back into the racing line, and Katsia just makes the dive down the inside, which I thought was really weird, especially with the broken wing.
Might have been a little bit of frustration too.
Maybe.
From losing DRS to the leaders.
Let me take out the safety car graphic. Let's look at some of the tire info actually. Matthew Roach has not enabled his telemetry, so we'll not know. BK is on 5% fronts, 8 and 9 on the rears, so that's still not too bad for 2 laps, I want to say. Maybe 3, you know? So, yeah. And temperatures actually... Sorry?
Yeah, go ahead.
And the temperatures, I was about to say, are cold. 44 degrees on the fronts and 50 on the rears. Let's actually look at someone like Katsia, who's on the hards. They're actually doing much better, actually. 55 on the front, 60 on the rear. So either they're running a lot lower on the pressures, or BK is not running optimal pressures. Either one of those two. Let's actually look at Speedy. Speedy's the same situation as BK, actually. So, yeah.
Well, I think the reason might be that the leaders have been driving behind the safety car at a slower pace for quite a while, but all the people who put it behind, they've been kind of half pushing to catch up to the leaders. So that might be why they were able to generate some heat.
Possibly, yep.
But I think safety car should be coming in now this lap.
Yep. Pablo, driver standings. Okay, yeah, actually, good time to see the driver standings. Katsia is in the lead by 50 points over Tin Man Rowdy. They just need, you know, 2 points to basically win the title tonight. M1K, unfortunately, out of the session, which gives Srazzle, BK, and Speedy Bullet an opportunity to make that position up. Constructor standings
coming in this lap.
Also, quickly going through it, RB are leading, but Alpine and Ferrari do still have a chance. So we'll go on board with Matthew Roach right now.
For the restart.
Still not going though. He's still holding
it's
up.
waiting. Still waiting.
And
goes at the last possible second.
Oh,
all right.
Yep.
BK going down the inside, locks up the fronts. Both go wide.
Nice.
They lost 6 positions from that move.
Wow. As BK is still making up positions though. P4, Matthew Roach P6. You're the net leader now. Speedy Bullet with Chu on P2. Fantastic start from him. Let's see if they're at the back. Is Katsu been able to make up positions? No. Entree actually making a move on Katsuya. Going down. Oh, Katsuya! Round! Oh, no! Making a contact with, I think it is a McLaren, possibly? And their race has gone from bad to worse. We'll go up on board with the leaders again.
Oh no.
Top 4, all within a second. BK losing a little bit of ground here. Paul in Hell and Entree making up a position on Gustavo right at the back. As we take a look at the replay, Electric Entree had made a move, and Paul in Hell also tried to go down the inside, and I think Katsuya locks up maybe, and yep, goes into the wall. Unfortunate for Katsuya, they're now down in P17. As Paul in Hell has left the session, do you have Paul in Hell at? Do you have Rob's Boy added too? Rob's Boy is also looking for an invite. He's also not in this card, unfortunately.
Send both an invite.
Thank you. As the top 6, top 7 now, all within that DRS.
Yep.
Sweet's dropping a little bit behind. Paul in Hell still has that position over his teammate Entree.
Those mediums are slowly starting to die.
Yep, possibly, but everybody on the mediums is still. Oh, as we got who's that?
Oh,
Widjay and
Matthew.
Roach.
Matthew Widjay, yeah.
Questionable moves there, yellows, but no safety car or VSC, so we're still under green flag conditions. Widjay and Matthew Roach going into. As Matthew Rhodes gets a 3-second time penalty.
3 seconds. It's a 4-horse race now for the top 4.
Tin Man possibly in the best position out of these top 4, or actually it might be Electric Entree who's in the best position. He's the one who hasn't pit yet, and Entree is trying to make a move on. I believe that's an RB and Red Bull. Gets a little loose.
I think there's quite a few people that are going to dive into the pits for a wing change.
Yep, as we see Surazzle, who's that Matthew Roach. Matthew Roach, 10-second time
Boy,
penalty.
Sweens, and Matthew. 10 seconds speeding in the pits. Oh no.
This chaos up here in Vegas right now. Top 4 though, still holding a healthy margin. My question is though, Entree, he is, as Matthew Roach has retired from the session.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but I don't know if it's.
Entree's got quite a bit of work to do, but honestly, I think it's not looking too bad for him. Maybe a late safety car could bring him into the equation. But
yeah, he'll definitely undercut everybody in the top 4. But the question is, by the end of the race, would he still have the tires to be able to hold these guys off? Especially if these guys, are within DRS of each other. That's questionable, as BK makes the move on Tin Man up into P3.
Well, yeah, Entree's pitted already, right?
Yep, Entree's the
so
only
he's
one.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. You can see how much.
Oh, Entree goes deep. He locks up and goes deep. It's a commentator's curse.
No, Entree, no.
Sorry,
what is
Entree.
happening in this race?
Oh man.
Chaos in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. For everybody to see here as top 4. Now it is between these guys, I think, for that win. Oh, bit of contact between Chu and Speedy. Let's see if they have any damage. Nothing for Speedy. Nothing for Chu as well. Everybody has decent tire wear at the top on those mediums. Just about reaching 20% on those rears. But what do you think about Tin Man though? Because he's the only one on those hard tires. He's probably going to get
Mhm.
undercut by the top 3, and him not having DRS will probably result in a loss of a second per lap, maybe. So will he be able to catch back up on those fresh mediums whenever he decides to go on them?
I think if I were him, I would go long,
And,
just in case the safety car comes out.
yeah, possibly. As BK goes up into P2. Now over a second gap though from
Yeah, he's
Speedy.
out of the DRS to Speedy.
Behind them, Srazzle. We got Srazzle and Witjay fighting it out. Rob's boy, as well as Gustavo there getting a little loose. Not sure if it was contact, but unfortunate for him.
Absolute chaos.
Oh, unfortunately, apparently PSN is having issues. If you can try to see
Who needs an invite?
Paul in Hell, maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna send him another one. He's not online for me.
Oh, unfortunate.
He was earlier though.
Yeah, he probably suspects PSN issues, so
Yeah.
Srazzle tried to make.
Unfortunate.
Srazzle tried to
Oh,
make
but
a move around.
BK has managed to get back into the DRS of Speedy.
BK still within that 1 second. Right shoe trying to catch up. Maybe
Yeah.
Tin Man can use that I think he should have that tire advantage by, as we see,
He should.
yellows. I think it's Sweens having a moment.
Yeah. I think Sween's gone around. Oh. Bo going really wide in the middle sector.
So as it stands for the championship, Katya not scoring any points. Tin Man needs that win along with the fastest lap to have any hope of getting a title going into the final race, as Chu goes into the pits. I think, right? Yep.
Yep.
Right.
He's going
Chu
in now.
is in the pits. Thankfully, no 10-second time penalty.
He's taking it. Well, yeah, he took it really safe. Slowed down much more than he needed to.
Rob's boy, Woodjay and Srazzle still going at it. Katsia now behind Mr. Bo. Oh, as we see, Krev diving it down the inside. Oh my god. That was an ambitious move, if ever I saw one. Yeah, and he goes up
Yellows
wide,
again.
unfortunately. I think he has damage as well. Missing right end plate, unfortunately. He has no red on the right, yellow on the left wing. He's definitely needs to get into that pit lane.
Now, what I've noticed is BK, he managed to close up the gap like quite a bit in the middle sector. Do you suspect he's running maybe slightly more downforce than the rest of the field?
Possibly. I think that is still one explanation, you know. But, you know, right now we have a lot of setup ideas going around, especially with low ARBs and stuff. It could be even, you know, he's having better rotation down the middle sector.
Oh! BK going a little wide. I think he's looking to pit this lap. That's why he went for the overtake.
Maybe. Yep, looks like he is going in. Speedy.
And Speedy is going to go long for another lap. I think he's confident in his race pace.
Yeah.
Go for the overcut.
Yeah, both him and BK have looked, you know, extremely quick in this round. I mean, Speedy with a one-shot qualifying grabbed pole position, so you know, it's no wonder that he is one of the top guys for the or contender for victory here.
BK comes out in P5, about a second behind Srazzle.
2.3. I think he can close the gap pretty quickly.
I think Rob's boy is also on a new set of hearts, right? Well, from the safety car.
Oh yeah, actually, Rob's boy is your net leader. Rob's boy and Srazzle both have made their pit stops, so yeah, they are your net leaders. They are on both are on hards though. Surazzle pit very early because I think he had a damage. He's on 10 lap old hards. Rob's boy now on 8 lap old hards, looking to possibly go to the end of the race.
Question is, will they be able to stay with BK?
Oh, as Paulinho finally is able to join. He's still in a good position though. P7, not too bad.
Yeah, Pod is doing good work.
Let's see, Surazzle and Rob's boy still going at it. This is where, you know, they'll be able to pull that gap from BK as Speedy Bullet
Speedy goes in. Speedy thing goes in. Speedy thing comes out.
He's going on to those hard tires on pitting on lap 13. 12 laps or 13 laps.
Where is he going to come out? He's going to slightly behind BK.
BK actually gets it. Healthy lead over Speedy Bullet, 2.1 seconds. And he is closing up to Surazzle and Rob's boy. Speedy will be hoping they can hold the BK up there a little bit so he can catch up. Chu is actually right behind Speedy, who also pit a couple of laps ago. BK, 3 seconds. That is going to possibly be costly for him at the end of the race. We'll see. As BK is just flying down that middle sector.
Yeah.
He's closed about a second through that set of corners. Either he's so comfortable in that section, or like you said, he's possibly running a little bit higher downforce. No.
Oh. Yeah, and he's lost all the time he's gained.
Yeah,
locking
went
up.
a little bit wide. I think best thing for Speedy and Chu to do right now is possibly work together and catch up to BK, who doesn't have DRS. So, you know, maybe work together and catch up. The Tin Man has 13.2 seconds lead. When is he looking to pit? It's a big question. Not a lot of people actually fighting it out. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I meant to say he was probably looking to pit in the next 2 or 3 laps. Because any longer on those hards, it's just not good for the overall race pace.
Yep.
Or you could just stretch it and wait for the
car.
eventual safety cars. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Katya making up those positions down in P11, has 6.5 seconds to gain, but they're on those medium tires, so and they pit possibly a few laps earlier. Yeah, 7 lap old mediums and still 12 laps to go. I don't know how they will be. They'll be screaming at the end of the race.
They're not gonna make it to the end. For sure.
I've just noticed here though, Tin Man was about 13 point something seconds ahead of Rob's boy going into lap number 13 or 14. Now it's 4.7. This is costing BK, Speedy, and Rauchu. And we have yellows. See Gustavo there.
He's turned on the grip hacks, pulling away. And BK has managed to put himself in the lead.
Yeah, he needed that. As Razzle, Rob's boy, going too wide. Razzle making the corner first and gains that, keeps that position, or gains that position.
Now the question is, can Srazzle and Rob's boy maybe hold on, make their cars a little wider, so that Speedy and Chu cannot get through?
Tin Man actually went into the pits now. He's about to be out right now. And he'll be on those fresh medium tires and should be able to catch back up to this fighting pack pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Question is though, how will they be on lap 25 when you compare it to someone like BK, Rob's boy? I think he'd probably be better than Rob.
Oh!
Surazzle out! Save! Virtual.
And it's a virtual safety car. Oh.
Oh, not sure what happened there, but he is in the wall. Coming out of the first DRS zone, going into that corner. And actually, it's a full safety car. I think I see a safety car. Yep, it's a full safety car.
It's a full safety car? Okay,
oh, okay. This is so unlucky for Tin Man, though. If only he pit.
He
Like,
stayed out one extra lap.
yeah,
Well, I think most people are gonna dive into the pits, so I think Rowdy would be the net leader if everybody decides to dive in.
yeah. I think possibly BK and Rob's boy are going into that pit. We'll see. As we have safety car with 10 laps to go after this one. What do you think the strategy should be for everybody? I think Rob's boy is definitely pitting.
Yeah.
Entree is definitely pitting. Hysteria's not in the race. Sean Boy possibly. Brings Katya back into picture as well. So yeah,
I
we
think
could
BK
have a
should pit. Yeah, everybody's gonna pit.
yep. BK the pit. Rob's boy in the pit. Tune actually staying out. Tin Man as expected staying out. Entree.
Entree's staying out too.
Oh, maybe.
That is interesting.
I actually missed this. It could. There might have been an incident with the Speedy and Razzle there because Speedy has no front wing, and he decides to retire from the session. I think he got a 10-second penalty and he was like, "Yeah, I'm done." Unfortunate.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Just drive to the end. There's only 15 people left. Well, 14 now, because
Yeah.
Speedy retired. So they only need to beat 4 people to be in the points. Just drive, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't understand. I understand the frustration if you were taken out by somebody, but you know, just finish the race and then you know things work out at the end. You know, yeah, but we'll see. As Hysteria, whose car has been driving in AI mode for the entirety of the race, is up in P4. Andre actually did not pit, so him and Hysteria.
That is going to be interesting.
Also, looks like Rob's boy's gun.
Yeah, he's on the softs.
Ooh,
That is crazy.
Questionable decision. Will be great for 2-3 laps, but after that, I don't know. We got some.
I think with Chu slightly use hards and Entree and Hysteria on really old hards. Well, Hysteria's gonna be ghosted, but
Yeah.
with that wall of hards around Rowdy, I think Rowdy is in the clear advantage here.
Yep.
Now PK is on the fresh mediums, but he has to get past those cars, and by the time he does that, will Rowdy still be within reach for a DRS? It's hard to say.
Yeah, that is a big question mark. We'll see. Also, to add to your point, Hysteria is not going to be classified regardless of what position they finish this race anyway. So, you know, Speedy could have gotten into the points. But, yeah, I mean, I understand there was an incident between Razzle and Speedy, looks like. But, you know, finish the race. You never know what's going to happen, like you said.
Yeah. A safety car can change everything.
Yep. Looks like we're possibly going for a third lap on the safety car. I think this gives us a good opportunity to head into our trailer or teaser. So by the time the safety car comes in, let's have a quick look at our teaser for next season.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to Speed.
Contest of speed.
All right. Anybody who's watching, make sure to click on the Discord link that I'm just about to drop. Season 15 is right around the corner. And information about season 15 is going to be out, like it showed in the trailer, uh, next week on Friday. So make sure to catch us on the reveal stream. And yeah, you'll find out all the information you need, all the information about signups, as well as the pace test track, and yeah, the calendar. So yeah, I think everybody's been working hard at the background to get that up and running. So yeah, make sure to be a part of it. Also, we're also planning to start a 100% tier. Most of you possibly know this, and information for that might be out a little bit later after the reveal stream, but we are indeed starting it. So if you're someone who's looking to do 100% instead of 50%, make sure to join the Discord. It's going to be on Saturday, most likely. So and it's going to be in a time where both AM and EU side can race. So yeah, make sure. A lot of things happening here in Contest of Speed. So yeah, make sure to catch us on that reveal stream next week. With that said, let's actually look at the tire wear of. I'm curious now. Tin Man just 1%, 2% wear, so not really anything. BK actually has a lot more tire wear than Tin Man, 4% on the rears, possibly because of all the weaving he's doing. But Tin Man though does not have any tire temperatures. It is in the 40s. So I don't know. Like
That's
could
gonna be tricky.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky, very tricky. As safety car is in this lap. Let's see when Ray Chu decides to get us underway. And he is off. Good start from Entree. Side by side. BK not too far behind. Already up into P4.
Yep. And up to P3 as we speak. Those mediums.
Oh, and a bit of contact.
Oh! That is Entree in the wall.
Oh, damage too. Missing right end plate for Entree. Not the best start there from BK, unfortunately. Or I don't know whose mistake it was. We'll see. But he's now all over the back of Tin Man the Rowdy. And we got yellows, Krev Ham. Severe collision with Gustavo there, unfortunately. With Jay now making a move. Oh, BK in the lead. Rob's boy up into P3 on those soft tires. These guys are just going at it in the first lap.
Rob's boy up to P3.
Yeah, those softs are going to be
coming into play.
Yeah, that's going to be really good for the next 2 laps, I think. As
now we got P1 and P2 both training it down the straight. Are they going to go 3 wide?
2 wide, definitely. Tin Man and Rob's boy making contact. I don't know.
This does give an opportunity for BK though.
Rob's boy has damage.
8/10 away.
Rob's boy has damage. He's missing his left end plate, or right end plate actually.
That is unfortunate for Rob's.
BK actually faked going into the pits there, but looking at his, as Krev has retired from the race in the pit lane, and so is Gustavo, maybe? I'm not sure. BK opening up that 1 second mark for the behind Tin Man now. Oh my God, it's a lot of action. Katya has made their way up into P8. All over the back of BK's teammate here, Sean. Oh, remember, we almost forgot. BK has a 3-second time penalty, though. Right now, he's not even on the podium. He'll be down into P6, maybe, at this rate. Maybe even P7? I don't know.
Yeah, but that gap is steadily growing, though. So, if you can manage to create a 3-second gap,
Yeah, possibly. As Rob's boy is falling down now. 2 overtaking Rob's boy up into P3. Tin Man still 1.5 seconds behind.
Chu managed to hold on within that DRS, but oh, it goes a little deep.
Katya
Just to
making
leave
the
room.
move up into P7 now. Next target is going to be VSC Paul in Hell. BK, 1.8 second gap. He still has about a second to gain with 4 laps to go after this one.
Ooh. Those softs are looking a little slippery right now.
Does 2 actually have damage? Yeah, 2 actually is missing his right end plate. So we got the battle of the broken wings here for P3. Whitjay also has a broken right end plate. Paul in Hell actually is the first one out of the top or in that pack to actually have their wing intact. Oh, this is crazy how it's got down here in AM3. Raichu trying to make a move on Rob's boy. Goes down the inside, but goes a little wide though. Oh, Paul in Hell. Oh, no. As I say that, Paul in Hell has damage. Wow. Commentator's curse is real, ladies and gentlemen. Katya now up into P3. What a comeback. God. Rob's boy taking that position though with the help of DRS. Oh, Swedes makes a dive down the inside. 3-second time penalty.
Oh no.
That was too ambitious there from Swedes.
Oh.
God. Oh my God, this race is just chaos right now. BK 2.4 seconds. Battle at the midfield right now. Battle for P3.
Still going at it. Going too wide to turn 1 and 2.
Let's take a look at that replay actually. Did I not get that replay? Oh yeah, there you go. Sweden's actually making a big dive down the inside. Gets a 3-second time penalty. Also, going wide. Unfortunate for Swedes. Down in P12. Sean Boy trying to make a little bit gains here up at the field. He is P6. Katya. This can still be caught though. Within that 1 second mark. Chu going at it again down the inside. Katya actually 1.3 seconds now. So that seals P3 possibly. With Rob's boy being on the softs and everybody behind having damage. I don't know how these guys can fight. Whitjay making a move, P4.
Oh! Rob's boy goes a little deep.
3 wide.
That's
Oh my
Whitjay.
God. Oh!
Oh, oh!
Sean Boy getting damaged there, getting whacked into the wall. Oh my God, this is just chaos, pure chaos. BK now 3 seconds up in the lead. Is to lose right now as Rob's boy goes into the pits. Oh God, the battle for that in the midfield is just crazy right now.
It's a full-on brawl in the midfield.
Whitjay actually.
Well, as it stands, BK is gonna be the race winner. I don't think a safety car is gonna come out this late into the race.
Yeah, 2.9 seconds though, so Tin Man still has a chance. Whitjay with damage. We got Paul in Hell with damage. We got Mr. Bo having a fantastic race. I think this is possibly going to be his best finish of the season. Up in P6. Wow, this is crazy how this race has turned out. Entree, still running with that damage, is down in P11. BK now 3.4 seconds, so unless he makes a big mistake, it's his to lose. Hopefully I just didn't jinx him right there. We'll see how it goes. Mr. Bow trying to make a move down the inside of VSC Paul and Hell. No room there. Sweets completes the position up into P9. Sean Boy with that damage. It's actually going into the pits.
Wait, what?
Yeah, decides to go into the pits. Maybe retire. I don't know. Or possibly grab the fastest lap. Well, the person who's no, yeah, he's decided to retire from the race, unfortunately. Mr. Bow making a move down the inside. P5 for Mr. Bow. Fantastic from the Aston Martin. With Jay silently having a good race too. P4. Not a lot of battles going into the penultimate lap. I think we're only
Mr.
gonna
Bow.
have. Yeah, Mr. Bow and VSC Paul in Hell is possibly the only battle we'll get going into the final lap of the race. But Paul in Hell does have damage though. And Mr. Bow does not. As Mr. Bow slows down considerably going in that corner. Can Mr. Bow make a move going down into the strip and going into the penultimate lap? Catch with Jay. Possibly. Only 1.4 seconds. Not a big gap. Tin Man the Rowdy, though, closing in 3.3 seconds. We'll see what their ERS levels looks like. BK up in 50%. Healthy amount of ERS. Same for Tin Man as well. So it's going to come down to who can get that best or a great final lap going in.
Yeah.
To the,
It is going to be decided within a few hundreds.
Yep, that's for sure.
Down to the wire.
Katya in P3, comfortable P3 after all of that
chaotic
chaos
race
at the start, seals the championship. We'll see if we can get an interview from her. Hasn't been the most, hasn't liked coming into the booth till date for the season. We'll see if the championship will entice her to come into the booth. Mr. Bow and Paul and Hell. Paul and Hell actually getting really close now. Mr. Bow having a few moments there in Sector 2. He's not going to be having DRS. Paul and Hell looks like he will have plenty of DRS going into that final lap. ERS as well. Good, healthy amount.
BK is coming around the final corner though.
Switch.
One final time for this race.
4.3 seconds now. It's going to be an easy
a little
win.
weave before the finish line just to let him know.
A good effort from Tin Man the Rowdy, but he is P3. Championship winner,
700's too short.
Yep. Championship winner, though. Sealed. Katya in the RB is now your champion. But the Ferraris, 2 and 4, making it interesting for that constructors. As Paul and Hell gets P5. Mr. Bow, fantastic P6. Chu in P7. Sweens in 8. Technically, it's going to be Entree in 9. Rob's Boy and Gustavo fighting it out, coming across the line. Rob's Boy, I think, got that position. So, yep, Rob's Boy is going to claim P10 after Hysteria's. After we remove Hysteria, but yeah, fantastic race. Chaos it was. What do you think? Kai, still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just asking, what did you think about the race? What did you think about that chaos?
That does not give me hope for my race in 2 days' time.
Well, you have to be at the, good end of the chaos. You don't want to be the
yes.
caught in the chaos. But yeah, we'll see. going through your final standings here, BK with a fantastic victory here by just 7/10, 3-second time penalty, not enough for Tin Man the Rowdy to close in P2. Katsu, fantastic bounce back, P3 with Jane P4. Good result for the Ferraris. Paul and Hell finally able to get back into the session P5. Mr. Bowen 6, 2 and 7, Sweets and 8. Hysteria, or Entree technically 9. Rob's Boy 10. Out of the points is Gustavo, Sean Boy, DNFs, Krev, Speedies, Razzle, Roach, M1K, and McRib. Let's see if we can get these guys into the booth. We'll jump on to the teaser, so you have something planned before we get these guys into the booth. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
Hello, everybody. Let's get started with the interviews. Thank you for waiting patiently. Unfortunately, we couldn't get championship winner slash P3 finisher Katya in the booth, so we'll go to our P2 finisher, Tin Man. Hey, Tin Man, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Finally, a few race break for you from the podium, but how does it feel to be back?
Good. I mean, I was happy to be back on the podium. I was at least fighting for that. I was hoping to win, but didn't get that much. So I knew I had to at least do that much to keep the fight alive.
Mhm.
But being that I didn't, I knew that now it's just a fight for P2, which I'm pretty sure I'm judging by what I saw on the score thing today or leaderboard. I've got that pretty much too. So I'm happy with that too because first car pick, first team pick, I'm down for that too. Win-win.
Yeah. Also, I think you made a pretty good headway into constructors championship with you finishing P2 and with Jay finishing in P4. That's what is that? 30 points. I don't know who had the fastest lap, but uh,
Katja did.
oh, okay. But the RBs are only gonna get 16 points out of today, and you guys are gonna get 30. So you're bringing that margin down by half. Do you think you and Woodjay have a chance, to close and get that constructors going into the final race in Abu Dhabi?
It's possible. I think Katja would have to make a mistake because they've been super consistent being in front,
Hmm.
constantly winning. So I think they have the ability to clinch it and keep it. But I think Whitjay and I have the ability to at least sneak up there and challenge for it. But if not get that, P2 for sure.
Yeah, P2 looking highly likely, especially with Alpines not both DNFing tonight. I think you were actually P3 going into this race.
Yep, we
Yeah,
were 11 points behind, so
yeah,
that gives us like a 20-point gap to them.
yeah. So yeah, going into the final race, you have a good chance. Also, talk us through the chaos. Me and Kai were just, all through that race, it looked like absolute chaos. A lot of people had wing damage. A lot of people had, there was a lot of contacts, collisions, people going into the walls, safety cars. Is this expected because it is Vegas, or maybe some of the guys, the driving standards wasn't up to the mark? Which of the two do you think it is?
Uh, I'm gonna say a little bit of both because I know my teammate. Me and him talked through the races the whole time.
Hmm.
I can't remember what the dude's name was, but he was not very appreciative of him at all, especially under safety car. He kept putting it up right beside him. He's like, I can't even heat up my tires because this guy keeps putting it up next to me. I'm afraid I'm going to warm him up and he's going to hit me or something. I don't know who that was, but he was driving it in really hard, whoever it was. So I think a little driving standard because people see that straight away and they think, let's go get it, and they don't realize there's a braking zone ahead, and they try to brake later than the other guy, realizing that they're not able to do so. Some of them guys get a little happy because they see themselves a little higher up the grid than usual, so they fight a little harder to keep it, but by doing so, damaging their race and somebody else's.
Yeah, it looked like absolute chaos from our end, but yeah,
I
thank
didn't
you.
see chaos on my end.
That's because
Everything
you
looked
were
clear to
out.
me.
That's because you were out there in the front, for most of this race. But
Where I
yeah,
wanted to be.
yeah, yeah. I think that's it from my end. Kai, any additional questions for Tin Man here?
No. Well, I wanted to ask. On the last restart, I think you were in front of BK, no? And he
Yeah, I
managed to
was.
get
BK
you.
was like P4, P5, and they went, Wee!
Yeah, was it like part of the plan? Like, did you want to
No, that's
follow
definitely
him
not part of the
through,
plan.
or?
Not part of the plan at all. Zero part of the plan. I was hoping. I knew when BK went in, I knew that they were gonna give me the hardest challenge. Because I know how fast BK is. I saw they were on the mediums. I had just pit for mediums. As soon as I came out, the safety car came out. So I'm like, all right, I'm okay. Saw BK pit, and I was like, oh crap, that's gonna be the fight. But 3 seconds,
Yeah.
I thought maybe I can keep it in, and I did. And I don't know what the heck they did. Sorry, they did on that one area. I had them about 2 point. I think it was 3.2, and then I looked back up after one straightaway, and it was 4.2. And I'm like, well, what did I do wrong? What did they do right? I'm like, I can't bring it in now. So congrats to BK for that win. Assuming that I do get seat pick though, thanks for keeping my Red Bull seat warm.
Yeah.
All right. Also, I think one more question was, were you at all? I think the safety car came out right after you pit. was there a debate in your head, like, let me take it one more lap and see how it goes, or were you, afraid of the undercut that these guys were gonna have on you?
No, I pitted right when I wanted to.
Hmm.
What I was upset with the most was the safety car.
Yeah.
Because everybody in front of me, BK included, I believe, all them guys, they were on hards, and I knew how hard the hards are to fire up, especially in corners. I knew the mediums would have that advantage, especially if I caught them. So I was pretty confident I could have won if it wasn't for the safety car. Because of them being on hards, I just know how just the corners that you just can't really carry the speed you want to carry with the hards. They're just a little tricky here, I think.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, either way, did a fantastic job. So congrats on that P2. Congrats on working your way back up to the podium again. Abu Dhabi season finale. How are you feeling for that one?
I like that track. It's I just like how flowy it is.
Hmm.
Haven't ran there in a while. I hope to get on the podium for the final race of the season. I really, really hope to win it. But
Hmm.
if I can't do that and I can't do a podium, I want to give you guys one heck of a show. I want to battle everyone I can. So let's go.
Yeah, that's what we are here for. We love to see some action on the track.
Love to
So
hear that.
yeah. Well, anyway, thank you, Tin Man. Congratulations on that P2 again. Hopefully, see you again next week, maybe as a race winner. Uh, yep. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, now let's head over to our race winner, Mr. BK. How you doing?
Hello, what's up?
How was that race? From our point of view, at least the people you were battling looked like there was a lot of chaos, a lot of questionable things happening on track. Talk us through what was going on.
Yeah, definitely a little more exciting than it needed to be, I think. I mean, the first, I mean, actually, back to qualifying, I missed the line by 1 second because I thought I could give my teammate a tow, starting his lap or finishing his lap, and yeah, ended up missing the chance to do my final lap. So that was a little bit unfortunate, especially because both the Alpines got ahead. But we were having a decent battle. It seemed like with Speedy. Unfortunately, M1K and I made a little bit of contact in turn one. Thought I don't know. I thought I left enough space at the in the moment, but I'll have to watch it back and see what exactly happened because never want to see somebody spin out after just only a couple of corners. I thought I was ahead of him going into it and kind of sent it on me, and I just had to try to leave as much space as possible at the end, and
Yep.
unfortunately wasn't enough for him, I think. But yeah, after that, Speedy and I were just kind of managing the race out front until the safety car, and then I pulled the probably one of my best dummies I've ever pulled on Speedy. uh, in the safety car, I faked going into the pits, and he actually crossed the line to follow me, but I still had time to cross back over. So he was in the safety car, like in the pit lane under the safety car, and I just kept going. He ended up cutting out behind me to get out of the pit lane, so he crossed the line twice, and I
Mhm.
got first place from it. And he ended up losing a position to Matthew Roach at the time, and yeah, and that's when Matthew Roach decided to overtake me under the safety car to restart it, and then he went probably 3 or 4 times before he decided. Like he went and stopped and went and stopped like 3 or 4 times. And
Mhm.
there's like people crashing behind me. I almost crashed into him. It was just a mess. Like, so yeah, I had a good jump on him. He kind of pushed me a little bit to the inside, and we made contact as soon as I started braking. So I had like no shot of stopping the car there. And yeah,
Did you
fortunately
have
for
any damage at that point? I didn't see it.
no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
luckily no damage, and I think I kind of plowed him out of the way for a couple of the other people, so hopefully that saved them. But he unfortunately got Sean Boy and Witch A later on with a little bit of a dive bomb. So yeah, it was chaos. You guys are right. The standards that's from some drivers was definitely a little questionable. I mean, I had my moment in lap one, the restart in turn one, but I think
Mhm.
everything else that happened before that, I was just like so confused and just wanted to get on with it. So yeah, made a mistake there, and
Mhm.
after that, hard tires were absolutely terrible, so just it was a no-brainer to pit. And I was thinking I'd rather die trying to win this race than try to just settle for second. And I felt that if I stayed out on the hard tires with a 3 second penalty, it was pretty much inevitable. Tin Man was going to get me, so I
Mhm.
lost track position, pitted, and ended up working out.
That is interesting to know because was it because I think we were looking at some of the telemetry data on our screens here. and it looked like you weren't able to get the tires up to temperature. Is that the issue, especially with the safety car restarts? I know those hards must be, dead cold.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
the
The hards.
reason that you felt terrible on the hards,
I
or?
I pitted for the hards under green flags and managed to get a bit of an undercut on the driver's head, but it was still like the first 2 3 laps with those hards, I was almost crashing every single braking zone. It was so hard to slow the car down. So
Hmm,
yeah, it was. Once I had the opportunity to change, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take those mediums. They felt a lot better.
hmm, that is interesting to know. Well,
He's taking notes.
yeah, I am. I gotta make some notes here. Gotta beat the guy in co-coms with me, so I gotta do everything I can. But yeah, and I'm sure you're taking those notes as well. But yeah, getting back to your race, were you always confident that you can open up that gap to Tin Man, or was it like touch and go there for a little bit?
Um, it was a huge ERS battle. I think, and it was just every
Hmm.
single lap I was kind of turning it off a little bit sooner, and meant like I was a little bit higher ERS every time that I crossed the line. So it was just
Hmm.
trying to always get that going up because the first few laps I burned it like crazy and just to try to get ahead, and I
Hmm.
I, I felt like could get a gap in the first lap, and I managed to. So after that, it was just trying to manage it so I didn't lose the 1 second gap. And yeah, I mean, I caught up the gap to Speedy after I lost out a little bit there
Hmm.
on the restart. So I felt like he was probably the fastest on track besides me. And after I caught up to him, oh my god, my leg just cramped. Oh, sorry. Yeah, after I caught up to him,
The
sorry that
victory cramp.
That
yeah
happens
the
after a race like that.
I gotta get out of my rig and walk around like I normally do. My braking leg is cramping up like crazy. But yeah. After I caught up to Speedy, I felt like I was in a good spot to catch up to Tin Man. The 3 second gap was a bigger question, but yeah, the ERS management was just tricky and managed to figure it out this time.
Yep. Well, I think that's about all the questions I had. Guy,
Yeah.
any additional questions for our race winner?
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know if we touched on this, but in the second stint, you had like fantastic pace. You were just pulling away from everybody in the second sector. Like, was it a setup difference? Well, without giving away your setup, but was it a setup difference, or like were you on more
Um,
downforce or something?
I did have a little bit more downforce maybe than was necessary. I think I was just losing the back end a little bit, but honestly, that the section in the sphere is so tricky. So I was just going to no battery every single time, and it was helping me with the rotation kind of because even if I was getting on the gas, it wasn't excessive battery boosted throttle. So yeah, I think that was a big part, just managing the tires through there and not really pushing too hard. That section is so hard without line, like could be harder than the Bahrain turn 9 or whatever it is. I
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so tricky. So um, I think when I got on the back on the mediums, I just felt so good on them, and I was able to find my braking points better, especially with the lower fuel. So the first few laps was tricky. After that, kind of got settled in. And,
Yeah,
uh,
because you were on older tires and you were steadily pulling away like every lap from Tin Man.
yeah, yeah. The ERS I think was a big thing there. It's so easy to go just a little bit wide on the exit of the last part of that complex, and that just kills your whole speed going towards the main strip. So yeah, I was just taking it easy through there, really focusing on the exit and not really trying to make too many mistakes.
Yeah, and you did, and you brought home the win. Good
Yeah,
job.
perfect. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it feels good to get a win. I think I mentioned to Katya, which, by the way, congrats on the championship. That's, if I'm not mistaken, the fourth AM3 champion we've had. So congratulations. The AM3 has been around since season 9 now. It's season 15 next time coming up. So that's crazy. Fourth champion. Congratulations. Still the constructors up for battle. So hope to see those guys fight out. And yeah, I mentioned to her tonight that you may win the championship, but I'm gonna do everything I can to win this race tonight. So yeah, everybody leaves happy today.
Yeah,
All
and you
right.
did.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. BK. Congratulations on that win once again. Uh, well, final thoughts before heading into Abu Dhabi. Another victory incoming, or yeah, what are your thoughts on Abu Dhabi?
um, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll do my best. I always like getting wins, and I don't think I've gotten one. Actually, no, I do have one there. So yeah, we'll try to add another one to Abu Dhabi.
Uh, nice. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you, Mr. BK.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thanks for
joining.
the comms, boys. Thank you. Peace.
Thank you. Also, last but not least, we couldn't get Katya in, but congratulations. They've been phenomenal this season. I think 5 race wins. I think they've been out of the podium only once out of the 10 races they've done. They've missed 1 race, I think. So that is just phenomenal consistency. Maybe they've not been the fastest on track in pure one lap pace, but from what I've seen, they've just been, you know, dialed in, lap out. They know what to do. ERS management on point, tire management on point, and yeah, they've just been so consistent throughout the season. And yeah, we're the winner for the AM3 championship. So, congratulations to Katsu there on in the Visa Cash App RB. Before heading out, any final thoughts there, Formula Kai?
No, I think hit the nail on the head.
Awesome. Well, hope to see you again sometime in the comms booth.
Of
Uh,
course.
and yeah, if you actually don't know, Formula Kai is actually doing a lot of racing in creator series and stuff like that. So make sure to follow him on YouTube. Is that correct? YouTube, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yep,
Thanks
Formula
for
Kai.
appreciate the shout out.
No problem. One of our own, we gotta promote them. So yeah, make sure to follow Formula Kai. He's been doing some real good racing here up in the Creator Series. Lots of good content coming through as well. Some educational content too on F124. So you might just pick up a few tips and tricks to help you out next season. So yeah. Also, make sure to join the server. Link is in the description there in the chat. So yeah, we're like I said before, we're going to be starting our season 15 shortly after this one ends. Sign up information coming in on the revealed stream next week on Friday. I think it's at 3 p.m. UK. Sorry, 3 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. UK, I believe, but yeah, I'll double check that. And yeah, make sure to join us for season 15. We're doing 50% races, short quali. We're possibly going to start 100% tier on Saturdays as well. Depending on signups, we can have 1 or 2 tiers. So yeah, make sure to join the server. And with that said, we'll see you all next week for the season finale in Abu Dhabi. Till then, it's good night from Formula Kai and myself, Red Devil.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to
The
speed.
contest of speed.